Oh, is desktop audio still streaming? Let's turn that off. Thanks, phone. Oh, what do I want to listen to? I need something good to listen to keep me on target, because I'm on way less sleep than I want to be. I ran into an issue. What was the issue I ran into? Issue I ran into was... Why would it take a month for K tell Mom about this? So, if it's important that I have her kill So I'm in a twofold situation. So this is a great scene. Right, I forgot. Oh, it's been 2 weeks since I dealt with this issue. No, it's been a week. I don't think that's important. Oh, haha! The piece of shit Stinger shot... Oh, the piece of shit. Piece of shit. Dude. I know, it sounds like I'm at the ocean right now because my dishwasher needs to finish. Oop, one sec.
Forgive this one for being a terrible.
Acolyte. That's the word I wanted. Oh, I'm not awake. Oh, I'm on way too little sleep, and I'm out of tea. But I should probably post about the fact that I'm streaming myself writing. So the issue I ran into is Ah.
My tea. Oh crap, I have
get more honey. Where's my honey? Oh! That was almost very bad. I didn't like this. Stupid lotioned hands won't let me open my honey. Ah, I need the black tea. I need to wake up. Morning, River. How's it going? Oh. My lotioned hands. So actually what happens is I have a major weirdness reaction to something that's causing me to like crack right here. So I'm constantly lotioning it, trying to keep it from like being an issue. No, it's not my cat. Good news. It's not my cat. It's either roaches or I'm allergic to one of the deodorants I was using. Back when that was like literally I had like just a bright red rash and it burned to put the deodorant on and I kept doing it because I'm an idiot. Roaches are so like we did the allergy test, and I'm allergic to like German roaches, which are big, and I haven't seen any. I saw one of those in my apartment, period. I mean, I'm in Texas. I'm going to get, like, roaches and stuff. I keep finding these little bugs. Not too many of them, like one or two every week kind of thing. So I don't have an infestation. They're these little weird winged bugs. So it was either, like, their urine, or I hadn't cleaned my apartment very well after I was done using this deodorant. And there was residue of this deodorant all over the apartment. So I literally last week, when I scrubbed my entire apartment down, like scrubbed everything, haven't had an issue since. Cat is happy because he can finally sleep with me again. And he gets pets again, because I went basically 2 weeks without giving him significant pets. No, this is some weird eczema reaction now. Which is annoying, because I have no idea what that's from. You're being cute and sleepy? I'm gonna give you a scoop. Come here, you. Oh. Yeah, say hi to the stream. You didn't want to be woken up. Oh, are you falling asleep like this? That's really cute. Were you falling asleep there for a second? Alright, let's put you back. I am allergic to my cat. I want to make a note. I want to sneeze now that I was holding him like that. But not allergic to my cat. Alright. So, I think I fixed the issue I ran into last week. Which was, it has been essentially 2 months since Kware got home. Including a month of basically house arrest where she had nothing to do. So why is her mother... Why are we now, as the news of the destruction of this planet hits after, like... the destruction of this planet, which doesn't have a name. Hits 2 months after the event. It relies on Kware not talking to her mother about a... Ow! Fuck, that hurt. About a Black Ops mission she was on. On the assumption, even though she thinks her mother recalled her to talk about it, and then shit happened. Which isn't great. But also makes a certain degree of sense of Kware. My excuse is Kware was just like, look, I thought you read my report. I thought that's why I was here. Yeah, Scrivener has an update. Kware's going, I thought you read my report, and then shit happened, and you wanted to wait until I was, like, technically a soldier again to debrief me. Like, it wasn't oppressing, but then... No, it's just allergies. I might be, who knows? It's hard to tell these days, but it should just be allergies. It feels just like allergies. Um, So I got my allergies triggered real bad earlier this week because I was in a room with our hospital dogs for a good 45 minutes, 30 minutes. And it hasn't got. It's like it's one of those things that spikes and then it takes forever to come back down. That's nice. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to cats and dogs and some of the plants down here. Okay. Why would Kayware not tell her mom? I guess there's nothing. It's weird, but there's nothing corrupt about it. And then shit happened and she got busy and distracted, and then she had a month of like downtime, but she was like, whatever. Hmm. Is that a good excuse? Does that make sense? Honestly, this might be one of those things that has to get fixed in editing. Alright, that makes sense. I am not awake. Hello, Sarah Grimm. How's it going? Nice. I should probably update the Wattpad. Wattpad? Wattpad. Piece here. Because I'm a couple chapters ahead of where the Wattpad piece is. What did I get to? Parents Talk. So I'm 2 chapters short. Or, I don't know if they're chapters. I don't know what to consider them. I do hate the way Wattpad strips formatting entirely. Okay. The Wattpad is updated. Number 4, I won't pass judgment on these until you've gotten all 10 up there. Unless those are the 5 that you're really most interested in. Number 5 was... I've seen number 5 touched on a little bit before. Number 4 is number 4 is a really good writing exercise. Like number 4 really is a strong exercise. I don't do enough writing exercises myself. I listen to a podcast called Writing Excuses, which is an amazing podcast. No worries. But with like Brandon Sanderson, Naomi, or Mary Robinette Kowal, Howard Taylor, who does a webcomic, like all kinds of really crazy good authors. And I have this giant list of like writing, like a prompt of like describe your setting without using cite. So set a scene and describe it all without the use of the word of cite adjectives. So I guess I did do this one. I have a scene with your main character eating a meal. It's not even so much about blind character. It's about try to describe a scene primarily Like, talk, on the setting that you write a lot in. Like, so in my case, like, describe the estate. Um, in senses that aren't sight, because we have a habit of going to sight as our baseline. Ooh, the choose your own adventure is fun, but it is a lot of work. I've written one of those. Number 6, or just those 6 prompts. I love that I have a calendar. Like that is telling. Okay, so oh, this is gonna be a rabbit hole. Um, I mean, you could. It's just you, me, and River right now. It's not like I'm worried about the chat getting full up. But if those are the 3 that are super interesting to you, I think the choose your own adventure is fun. Um, if you've ever done a choose your own adventure, I did it as a brand. I wrote a branching narrative as an app, um, which actually is downloadable. It's not on the App Store. It's you have to unlock your Google Play kind of your Android phone. But branching narrative writes very differently um, than like traditional prose. It's really interesting. I wonder, do I have my notes? It's not Republic of Senta. Maybe it is. No, it's not Republic of Senta. It's not RPG notes. Let's see here. Is it one of my ed tech class? Let's see if it's buried somewhere in these ed tech notes. Nope, there's nothing here. Writing a branching narrative is interesting. It's very different. Other pieces. Table RPG. Not Mage of the Strings. Not Real World. Bummer. I don't know where I put those notes. I'm tangenting again. Honestly, I think I'm too low on sleep to be properly focused. School. Where are my notes in the Great Caverns? That's at 534. Oh yeah, it's fun. Now, admittedly, the way that prompt has you doing it is that you actually take key points where you can split something, and you take a finished work and you split it up into where different endings are. Which is a little better because you're willing to hit dead ends. When I did my branching narrative, I was more focused on... it was a game, so like you had to... you know, there were dead ends, but there couldn't be too many dead ends, and ideally you would... ideally you would end up running into... what's the word? Not enough sleep. You know what? I wonder if I put it in my TTRPG, my role-playing game notes. But ideally, you end up in a more of a diamond pattern. Where you branch and come back together with different results, but the main plot keeps moving in the same direction. If you want to do like the whole split, it becomes really interesting. Is it a one-off? It's definitely not Phantom Through the Ages. Yeah, it is in role-playing games. There it is. Oh, what? Ah, that's annoying. I thought I had a roadmap for the Great Caverns. It might not be. It might be buried in one of my older notebooks. But it's fun. Branching narrative stuff is fun. Personally, I would probably play around with 6 or 4. 4 seems like a really good one to like take apart something you didn't like. Because it forces you to like break down and analyze the structure of something of a narrative you didn't enjoy, and pull out the narrative parts that worked for you and didn't, and then build on those. As an exercise goes, it's really good. As a writing prompt, one of the Alien ones would be, fun. That's my personal preference. You do you. I might not have done the Great Caverns the way I should have. I might have done the Great Caverns. Oh! No, I know where I put the Great Cavern notes. File. Open. This was the first time I used Scrivener, was for the Great Cavern. Sure. Alright, so the way I structured this was you had intro choices, and some of these intro choices were minor. They were just like, what gender are you? Because it's a game, I can do a little more like change the narrative on the fly. Different versions of the same intro choice, just different dialogue options, but then different ambush choices kind of thing. And so what you end up with is just this iterative, like, nested structure. This was fun. This is maybe 15 minutes of reading. For what amounts to like 6 hours of work plus some coding. Although the coding logic was actually pretty easy. It was just a matter of keeping track of certain variables. One and two are great for if you just want to write. I think four is a good exercise over. It's a good prompt, but it's like more of an exercise. One and two are good, are like fun writing prompts, which are in themselves exercise. I'm getting up for a reason. Do I know what that reason is? No. I knew I needed to get up. Ah, I remember what that reason was. There we go. Oh, it's nap time. This is one of those. This is one of those times when I regret the fact that I'm not a caffeine addict. Key door loose. Ugh. Forgot what company Kware is a part of. Thank you, River. Two Nations. Ones, Australian, Imperium, Keterlu Specialized Units, the Carvusian companies, the 278th, 277th, and 279th. Oh, those are always fun. 8th, okay. It would be the Carvusian segment. No, it's a companies thing, okay. She uses a specific phrase for it. Planet name, I think it's 3. There are terminology issues with that prompt, which are hard to talk about without accidentally insulting or saying the wrong, phrasing something wrong. But I will say what you end up with there is essentially a women do what men do what women do kind of story, without acknowledging that those differences may or may not make actual sense. Because technically, I don't know how to word that. I'm gonna leave it. But there are, like, the way science categorizes things is not perfect. But in your setting, what you have is males who have a womb, and thus females provide the external genetic, and then the males have the eggs, which doesn't change what you've done is basically just flip the gender roles, and like men do what men do, women do what we consider men things, and men do what women, it's a mess. Not a bad idea, but it is the kind of thing I'd go into very carefully. One of the things I work really hard at in my piece, because they don't have the same gender norms, or functionally ending gender norms, so I very specifically try to avoid women being healers, men being soldiers. Those stereotypes that are so deeply ingrained in the back of your mind. So there's a lot of dice rolling. fair. You know what? I'm curious. Quick click. No. Project. Project statistics. Manuscript has 38,000 words. Dream weird ideas are fun. I'm 38,000 words into this, and literally nothing's happened. I'm gonna be one of those writers. That's not true. Stuff has happened. Need a good phrase. Wouldn't be Starfall, wouldn't be Lineage Stop. What would be a good way to word ending a line of memory? It's a good way to word to euphemistically talk about ending a line of memory. In this culture specifically. They consider it necromancy. The Imperium considers it necromancy. It is like Murgoki. It is like dead knowledge mage removal, which is hard. What would you call it? If you considered it necromancy, if you consider what the other people did abhorrent, but not, like... Crap. I don't know if I have... I don't know if I can ever build the culture to the depth that would help me because it's multiple cultures smashed together in a way that I don't have a beauty ideal and I don't have a sexual idea, but they do have them. They just don't consider nudity a taboo. Sex is not particularly a taboo either. Children are considered very serious. Return to the stars would be an interesting way to phrase it. No worries. So it would be something like return the knowledge to the ancestors, but I don't have a word for return. Return. So we get to do something I haven't done in a little while. Edict. Return. Restoration. Henkin. We're gonna give it an orphan. So it's Henkan. Translate.google.com. Redditus, Regius, Fructus, Recursus. Honestly, oh, to return. Here we go. I want the verb instead. Restore. Is it a dir? Veritas. That. Yeah. Okay. Riveto, Ricerdo, Rivortori. Let's try to restore. Oh, that makes sense. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to think about this while I wander off for a sec. I return. Ooh. Damn it, there's no way to restart a song on Pandora. I love this song. Stupid allergies. Is rest the... I mean, that makes sense. Restiture. So it's Henkan, there's wouldn't be Ashi. To make are there any words in the roots here that would do I not have a word for... I have to have a word for sky. Oh, Ashen Sky. Ash. Sinibula is Ashen Sky. How do I not have a word for sky? How do I have a phrase for Ashen Sky but not for sky? There you go. Figure. So this is to return. So it's going to end in us, or sauce. Just make this really big and hard for me to forget. So Kognaki is going to be part of this phrase. But it's not going to be part of this word specifically. This word is to return. Chupadiya is harmony. Dias, to harmonize. So this is to restore. Let's try restore. Ryotsu. No, that's the bastardization. To restore, to bring back, to restore, to put to earth. No, I like Henkai. Henkan. Modosu, to put back, to return, to bring back, to restore is a little different from to return, to restore. Alright, so we've got the Stikan. Turas. Has to be Stika. Restika. Rest. I don't like those. Return. The verb return is the deo. The dio. Moduso. Modoso. Or Hikimodoso. So that's restore, those are return. The resti. See, I don't use the ture. The tue almost ever. It's not a sound I use. So I can't use it. It'd be the tu. Tume. Tumo. Tumosas. Dorestias. Deohen. No. Deo... Deocastas? Deocastas would be a fun one for restoration. I lean toward R's too often in this language. Mostiras. Deosti. Hen doesn't fit in this. Stimas. Mohen. Mohensti. Mohenas. Mohenas might be the right word. Even though it doesn't use any Latin. Mohenas. To return, restore. Whole. Totus. Totus. Whole. Zampan, all whole, perfect. Zenbu. Totus. Zenbu. Zentus. Yeah. Tozen. No, I already have Tozen, don't I? Tozen. I have something very similar to Tozen in roots. Tachi. Yeah, Toziba. So Su is soul. Soto is life. Sumira is death. Chok Jamari. Jari. Why is that? It's weird. Anatomy. Oh, this person. Kantokara. It might be Draker. Go Chok. Fakuris. Kive. Dok. Arif. Tachi. Tobu. Actually, I kind of like Tobu. Is Tobu a word already? Doesn't matter if it is, but... Tobu. Tobu is a Latvian record producer. Huh. Yep. Tobu. Yep. Tobu. Tobu is to fly, to jump in Japanese. Zenus. Yeah, we'll use Zenus. Zenus. Hole. Zenus. Zenus to restore to whole. Showing you that mo is the potential root. While I'm thinking about it and not doing my writing, I should come up with a word for sky, shouldn't I? Sky. Kalum places. Get him. Oh, that's a lot of words. Kyoten. Kyoten. Kyochu. No, Kuchu. Sukai. Doesn't count. Tenku. Gyoten would be heavens, palace, sky. Joku is literal sky. Kuchu is sky or air, probably more literal. Kyuten seems classical. Sora or Tenku seem a little more like... Tenku seems more like air and ether. I don't know about Sora. Kalium, Kolium. Kalum and Kolum don't really... Ah, but Vef is a word. Vef. Is this not a root word already? So I've got Vef and Vefak. My airborne are called what again? The Velafeth is the Air Force. The Sulafeth is the Airborne. Veligar is pilot, so Veli is important. There's going to be multiple words for sky. Places. Veli seems to have something to do with sky, though. But it's the Veli F, the Sula F. And the Veligar. Wait, oh no, that's Ashen Sky. Ashen Sky is Sinibula, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why is it Sinibula? It might be its own unique term. Qveflu. It's gonna be Veflum. Honestly, Veflum. Ashi Istar. High is Almi. It's a different type of high. I need a word for high up, but Ashi Istar. So, if we wanted heaven, or the heavens, it'd be the place where the stars are. Or the place where the stars and air meet. It's the home. Do I have the word for home? Home. Umira. Alright, grammar rules. Grammar rules are so it is the home of the stars in the sky. Home of the stars in the air, if I'm being lazy. So the home belongs. There's no... So it's... I don't have a word for and. No, I do. I have a cupola for and. No, I don't. Fuck. Why would I do this to myself? Why would I do this to myself? Why would I do this to myself? Alright, so we've got Zui, Vo, Si, Rur. Object subject is just a filler, right? Yeah. Missing words are and. Does it just make sense for it to be What is and in Japanese and in Latin? And. Et. And. I don't think Haramara is not an. Kyo. So she stayed. No, it's smaller than this. And in Japanese. Soshite. I ate dinner. Watashi wa yuha. So watashi wa yuhan o tabimashita is I ate dinner. Watashi wa terebi o mimashita is I watched TV. So terebi o so mimashita is the noun or the verb of to watch. Tabemashita is the verb to eat. Yuhan is dinner. Watashi wa doesn't matter. So this becomes washi. Tabete. Oh, that's interesting. So it becomes Yuhan o tabete terebe o mashimi. There's no connecting cupola for and. There's no ina. My dog is cute. My dog is small. It's a tent. I am a student. I study Japanese. In the first predicate, koi desu becomes use the te form of the first predicate. So koi desu becomes kawaii kute. Chisai desu. Kawaii kute is the te. So it's a tense. That sucks. Sorekara is a connector between. So, watashi wa ni ikemasu. I will go to Tokyo. Soreka is the and then I will go to, but it's part of a different sentence. Sorekara. That sucks. We're gonna make notes here. And in Japanese is a tense. Or sorekara, but that leads a second full sentence that fills that leads a second fills the role of an and. Sorekara. That is... So they don't have a particle or a couplet for it. Nihon no toshi wa kyou ya Tokyo ya Osaka ga arimasu. So ya is not and. Ya is a verbal tick for a comma. Alright. In Latin, how to say and in Latin? Et. So I think Latin would be rock et book. Latin uses et, and I think it's noun. Et, noun. Yes, I'm still here. Latin grammar. And. Oh, I love this song. Not adverse prepositions. Lists in Latin. Latin's really annoying. For a language that's dead but also super important. It's real hard to find information on Latin. think it's just et. So my thought was to do... How does this work in my structure? Fakura Biasi noun 2 Tia Oshimvar Zui Shimavar is to heat, I believe. Zui John, so John's Tia. Rule Jane less. Fakurin is to make. Fakurin Bias is making. So if I make and just if I said John and Jane made tea, its made is in. John and made tea, it would be Fokuren si tia Shimvar is something. It's too hot, apparently. Well, it's an adjective. Shimavada is an adjective. No Zui, no Fe. Noun 1. Root. Jean et Jane. Or if it's done in Japanese, if we do this in the Japanese style instead, we get Fakuren si tia ru John tense Jane. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use it. Do I want to use it? Let's see, I got Zui, vo, si, ru, fe, e. Less ends the sentence. O. John o Jane. Fakuren si tia ru Arven o Silviana. Fakuren si tia ru kewer I Orven. Arven. Fakuren si tia ru Silviana e. Yeah, it's gonna be e. Okay. I don't think I need the word the. Okay, so we got and. We don't have a reference for I, which is what Tashi in Japanese. I apparently am not writing my novel. I'm just world building. What Tashi? What is I, me, myself in Latin? I. Ego. 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 Me. 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 Myself. It's ego and watashi. Watashi. I. Sasha. Me. Myself. Alright, Edict. What do you think watashi means? Welcome back, River. I am on a language kick. Watashi. It's I. So it's watashi and ego. Y'all is person. Knock. Tiaru is experience. That's really funny. I didn't realize Tia is T and Tiaru is experience. It's really funny, actually. There's probably some fun puns with that. So the word for whole was just developed, which is Zenus, and y'all is person. But specifically, this person, me, and you, which are different. Japanese doesn't use you. Japanese uses proper name for you. Not you two. Generally speaking, at least. No, Japanese doesn't use you. Was is, or tu. So, we're gonna do this. Was, tu. Watashi, ego, ego. Wago. Taco. Shigo. No. Higashi. Watego. I think Higashi. Higashi. Or what? I forgot about Yao. Hold on. I think it's still Higashi. For I, Higashi? Sounds too Japanese, doesn't it? Go. Watiago? Higashi sounds too Japanese. But if I have yao in there, it just means person. this person. Eventually you would drop the person part of that because it's implied. Unless it's integral to the word. So, Xiaogo wouldn't become Shigo because it doesn't make sense. Xiaogo works, actually. Or they do Dago or Wago. Or Egat. Oh, y'all is you, isn't it? If y'all is just person, no, you is a specific person. But if I don't know your name, I'm like, hey, how are you? You is a genericized term. So if I just say, hey, how are y'all? It's roughly this. Okay, y'all is and, or is you. They don't have a word for you. Anytime, if you're still watching, Sarah, or River, if you want to chime in, please. Ira. Oh! Ira is heart. Su is soul. They call themselves the Kantokara. Maybe. They name their capitals. You don't need to know Japanese. I'm trying to come up with a word for anything that sounds good as I'm messing around here with like different possibilities. I'm just trying to come up with a word for I in this language. Roots and basics. So Kanto is light. Kanto kara is something light. It's not the right word. Yeah, except watashi is what Japanese people use. And Latin uses ego, or ego, depending on... I don't know how it's... So is soul, ira is heart, nak is energy, nak is magic. So ira... So... Irial... Irasuyal. No, the word for whole I just came up with is Zenus. Zensorira. Zensorira, which is whole soul heart. So their word for I is whole soul heart. Or it would be ina. Should be ina ira soul. One heart soul. One heart soul. Ina ira soul. Doesn't flow very well. This would probably slur to Inarasu. Inarasu. Should still be one. This might become Zensira. So Ira Zens. So Ira can Irasu. Zensira. So if I started this and said I made tea, I wouldn't actually use the word I, would I? I would just say Fakuren si tia. Shit. Did I just walk into the Japanese trap of not needing the word I? No, because even Japanese uses watashi wa. Because it would be if we use any of these, it'd be Zensira. Which would be implied. So the only time it would be me and Jane made tea. So it's not I. I doesn't matter. It'd be me. The word would be functioning more as a me. Than an I. What it? What it? Which might actually, watashi is probably just a conjugation of ware, now that I think about it. I mean, it would just be warego. Watego, wariago. I don't want tia. I got Zensuria. So this is me. So Zensira is whole, soul, heart. I think Ina makes more sense. Ina rasu. Although Zensira sounds really good. What do you think, River? Whole, soul, heart as a way to refer to oneself, as basically saying me, or saying one soul, heart, referring to yourself? Or one of these other words which basically just would mean me, no poetics. Yeah, as in like this is one soul, heart, and then whole is like my whole soul. It's basically a Zanus means whole. Ira means heart. Su means whole, or it means soul. So I can see I being Zanus, just me, or the whole, as with the W, the whole. Ial is person. So I'm going to use for you. Yeah, so the ones I'm messing with right now. So if we're talking about Jane and I made tea. And I made tea. It'd be Fakuren si tia ru Zensira et Jane, or Fakuren si tia ru Inarasu et Jane. Yeah, Zensira feels better. And so they don't use I. Like, if I said I made tea, it would literally just be Fakuren si tira. Or Fakuren si tia. There's no point in adding the, like, Rulzensira, like the me. You just say, basically, made tea. Like the I is implied. These are pronouns. And then I like the idea of saying, you made tea. You made tea. Would be Fakuren si tia rul ial. And ial just means person. So they use ial as a placeholder for the pronoun you. Because then if it's you and Jane made tea, it would be Fakuren si tia rul ial Jane. It's just ial is the like implied person that they kind of just hand wave, and it's gender neutral. That leaves me with they. Well, no, because then it's they is ialen. Oh, sweet! That saves me a lot of time. These would go under pronouns. I is implied in most statements. Couldn't see the dropped. Zensira. I is implied in most statements, but when needed, Zensira is used. Whole heart, the whole soul. Yep. You. Young. They. The word for person is used. Oh, why would I do that to myself? I'm gonna do that to myself. The word for person is of I don't have a word for the. I don't know if I need a word for the. I might not. Japanese doesn't use a word for the. Just tea is hot. Tea too hot. Tea is too hot. I need a present future tense though. Verb tenses. Das Sass. Ing. Bei. Past tense. Ihm. Bei. ING. Honestly, all the ways in which Sudek is ER. By is ing. Basically, I just need to go look at all the ways she's used the word fuck. But Deck is a person who does something. They. You is often also an implied statement, though, but is used for clarity. If the relationship is familiar, yep, may be dropped. For the context obvious, yep, may be dropped. Both you made tea and I made tea may be said as facuren si tia. It depends on context and relationship. I made a language designed to piss people off. I don't know if you're actually paying attention or able to follow what I'm rambling about. I need to find a linguistics nerd to really... So the tea was made... John's tea was... We don't need the subject because the subject is right here. Hey, no worries. So am I. This is honestly, this kind of work is why I would kill to have a linguistics degree, and why I'm very tempted to have a linguistics degree. Oh, Patriotism is haven, not heaven. Okay. Past. Ing. Bite. Alright, so verb tenses are sas, which is present perfect, by, in, deck, which would be I don't remember present. Verb tenses. Present continuous. I have been read present continuous. Continuous. Simple present. We do Japanese tenses. Let's do Japanese verb tenses. Japanese. They actually conjugate. They conjugate them. Ass load. Like, it's ridiculous how much they conjugate. Do I have a negative? I don't have a negative, do I? They have polites, which I don't care about. Commands. Geduus, gedu. I could stand to use a command. Stomatas. Tomar vin. Stomaraza. Stomaras. Stomas. Stomara. Stomaras. Stomatic. Ick works, actually. Stomatic. this and that. I need this and that. Alright, so I've got simple present. But I don't have I am going to make deck, which is ER. Which is ING. Stomata guarding. Stomatin guarded. E person does this. Stomata deck garter. Not a good example. Fakuras, I think. Fakura. Fakura. What is my grammar rule? Fakura deck. Fakura deck is maker. But I need a future tense. Future tense. And doing this. Loom? Loom. Stomata loom. Going to guard. Oh, but it could be a prefix. So if it's a prefix, could be loom going to. So then you get so then you would get loom stomatas. Oh, that makes sense. Does it make sense? Loom stomatas going to guard. Loom facuras going to make, whereas you have facura lum or stomara lum. Lum facuras, so you have the simple present, which is to make. I am going to make. Ooh. So in English, we technically prefix it. I am going to do this. So that would actually technically make sense for English. If I flip it with stomira la, it's technically guard I am going to. Or guard going to. I like the idea of having not all my verb tenses be suffixes. Mostly because I'm an asshole to myself. Lum is going to be a prefix. So, if we're going to do... That should be the T was too hot. The T is going to be too hot. It would be... Tiavo lum shiamavaras. Shiamavar. Hot. Excess. Shia. Ma. There's no way. Did I not write down what Shia Mavada means? Am I an idiot? Why would I do that to myself? The tea is going to be too hot. It would be lom shiamavar. Tiavo lom shiamavar. Shimavad is an adjective. It's not a noun, so it shouldn't conjugate. Shia Mavar. I like the idea of Shia Ma meaning excess. Which would technically make it a prefix. Oh, it does! Ha! I'm a genius! Did I just reconstruct my own logic? Yeah. Num facuras si dia vo Shia Mavar. Honestly, this is probably not. This is probably a bastardization adaptation. Rather than saying the tea is going to be made too hot, or the tea was made too hot, which would be the technically correct way to say it, they probably do things like putting a past tense on the adjective to save themselves a little bit of time, because otherwise it's fakuren siati diavoshimar shiamavar. So this is, but probably it's going to be the tea is going to be made too hot. It should be bastardization adaptation. Okay, one more tense to finish. I'll probably still need to come up with more. I need this and that eventually. But one more tense to come up with, and then I'm going to wrap up for the day. Rob. Will not make. Did not make. It's going to be a prefix. Yeah. Do I have a word for no? Nope. I don't have a word for no. Grammar rules. Missing words. Yes. No. Missing tense. Negative tense. That's idiotic, to be honest, that I don't have a word for no. I wonder if I have a word for yes. Yes. The section group. Nope, not. Vadi. Cool. That'll be something I work on next week. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Everybody have a good day. I gotta go play D&D. Darn. And probably take a nap, I'll be honest. I'm so tired. I'm on so little sleep. Thanks for hanging out. I know it was the off day. God. I am so proud of this, and I don't know who I can show it off to. Everybody have a good night, or good day, good week. Should be around next week. Bye.